All right, Royals, this is the last clutch of Xanthic Pieds for the year. What's up, Royals? I'm Kai. Hope you're doing well, and I promised you 4 clutches of Xanthic Pieds. I did 5 pairings. Unfortunately, one of those clutches went bad. All the eggs molded in the incubator, but I only promised you 4, and this is the 4th one, so here we go. All right, we are ready to cut another clutch. This one is my last Xanthic Pied clutch of the season. I have my cousin here who's gonna witness. I don't know witness what, but we have the odds are, I think, 1 in 8 to produce the double visual Xanthic Pieds. Of course, we have chances that we'll have other things as well, like this normal. So that's going to be a het for Pied and 66% het for Xanthic, because the mom's a double het and the dad is a Pied het for Xanthic. So since that one already pipped, that one already came out, we know that this clutch is definitely ready. Everybody is developed. So we're going to go ahead and lift this tray out. That way if there's any goo from the eggs, it'll drip straight into the box. So as always, we're going to start with the one that already pipped. This is a really nice, pretty one. And my cousin's not saying anything because she's on the camera as well. But yeah, that's a nice light color one. I would be willing to bet that this would be a double het. But from the odds, we have to say that this is 66% het for Xanthic. You can see it's going back in. Yep. So yeah, you can see there's still a little bit of a pink coloration. That's what the veins were. And we might see some veins in this cutting, but it doesn't hurt the baby at all. So we'll go ahead and number 2. So this is like Christmas. We got 5 Christmas gifts. One of them was already opened. So it's 6 of them together. All total 6 eggs. So we're hoping for the Xanthic. Oh,
it's beautiful.
Look at that. And we could have Pastel on top of everything because the mom is a Pastel. Pastel double het that I produced myself. That is definitely, yeah.
So I have good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, just take all the credit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely a Pastel Xanthic Pied. That is awesome looking. So you can see some veins there, but it doesn't hurt them at all. Check that out.
They're not moving.
No, they're not going to be moving much. Sometimes they'll come out, take a breath, but for the most part, they just
let me see this one.
They just sit there and look at you. So this female last season, I think, gave me 5 eggs. We didn't get any visuals. We didn't get any double visuals from this female, although I think we got Pieds and Xanthics. But this time she gave us 6 eggs and we got a double. So this doesn't look like an Xanthic to me. In fact, it looks kind of like a normal.
No, I don't like that.
No, that is a Pied. I know you guys can't tell, but you might not be able to see it because there's no white in here, but that is not a normal pattern. You can see the normal pattern has all these arches. You can see these arches along the back. See these curves? These curves. Okay. This one doesn't have that. In fact, it has a lot of orangish colors coming up. So I bet when this comes out, we'll be able to see that it's either a very low white pied or it's a no white pied, but we'll definitely be able to tell by looking at the belly, because the belly of a pied is always white, no matter if it's high white or low white. Okay. Egg number 4. Number 4. So the odds are pretty good so far. We got a double visual and a visual.
Oh. Oh, what is it? Oh, the white
Oh,
one.
oh, we
I think
see
it's-
some. Yeah, this is a good one. We see some black and
Yeah,
white.
one more.
Nice. So
Ah,
this
it's
is,
beautiful.
yeah, this is an exanthic. It's not pied. So we got one of each. We got a pied, we got an exanthic, and we got a double visual exanthic pied.
Oh,
And
God, that's
oh, by the way,
nice.
did I say this is a pastel? That one is a pastel.
Yeah, you say that, I think.
I did. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad one of us is listening. Yeah, so that is an exanthic. So when we hit an exanthic, we know that the other recessive is 100%. When we hit a pied, we know that the other recessive is 66% het. All right, we got two more left. This is a big egg. This is the big one. Let me just look at the size comparison.
Oh, that's true. That's bigger.
Look at that.
Does
Yep.
that mean male or what? No.
Nah, it doesn't.
Okay.
Sometimes it might mean there's a twin in here, but when I candled it with the flashlight,
No, it's not.
I
Just big baby.
didn't see two embryos, so I think it's just a big one. So this looks like, okay.
There's something.
So from the tail, it looks like a little bit weird, but okay. So we can see that it's another normal pattern. So that's another normal, although.
I want something special.
Yeah, no, we got the special stuff already. I think we ran out of luck.
I
think we ran
Maybe
out of
one
luck.
more. You never know.
Yeah. All right, last one. Last one. Fingers
The
crossed.
best usually.
Fingers crossed. Let's hit another one. Let's get greedy. Let's make another double visual. I would love to have another double
Save the
visual.
best for last, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
We can see some white. We see some white. So that is another pied, and
Not that bad. It's good.
yeah, it's a good one. It's a pied, and it looks like a pastel pied. It looks like a pastel pied. You can see all these. You can see the thick black lines. It's kind of jagged, and then you see all these little dots. Usually, that's the pattern of a pastel. Is it produces these dots. Let me see if we can find the other one. So this is the other pied, and you can see it has very bold.
Okay. I see
Bold
that.
lines. So
It's different.
yeah, it's different, and this one's much lighter too. This one is more yellow. That one is much more like a
Dark.
tannish orangish color. So there we go. We have six nice healthy. Looks like nice healthy hatchlings. I think the odds are pretty on point. Like I said, the odds of hitting a double visual is 1 in 8. Since we got 6 eggs and we got one of the double visuals. As far as pieds go, it should be half the clutch, which if you think about it, it really is half the clutch because we have 2 pieds and the exanthic pied is actually a pied, so we got half the clutch. And then in terms of exanthics, pure exanthics, like that, it's 1 in 4, I think. So I'll double check my math, but I think I'm good. So we're going to put these back in the incubator. It's going to take them a couple more days for them to crawl out on their own. And then I'll give you guys an update after that. My cousin won't be here.
Maybe. You
All right.
know.
All right. We'll be right back. All right. It's been a couple days. Now that they've all come out of their eggs, it is time for an update. We got a couple normals. Now, anything that is not a visual pied is going to be 100% heifer pied. Anything that is not a visual exanthic is going to be 66% het for exanthic. So these are 100% het pied, 66% het exanthics, and it's kind of, well, you guys can't see on the screen for some reason, but this one is so much lighter that I almost thought it was pastel. And this happens to be the only female out of the entire clutch. The rest of them are all males, which isn't entirely bad because, well, you'll see the rest of them, they have at least one visual recessive. And look at these. Oh my goodness. Look at how orange this is. I almost prefer this one over this one, even though this one has one more gene. So this is a pastel pied, and this one is a regular pied. But just look at how intense these oranges are. That is amazing. So we have 2 boys here that are 100%, that are pieds. This one is the pastel, and they are 66% het for exanthic. And yeah, you can tell this one is the pastel. It's got like that, those black and gray like peppering along the sides. This one definitely is not pastel, but man, it looks awesome. This is the one that when we cut open the egg, we didn't see any white at all. But I knew that this was a pied pattern. Like there was no doubt in my mind that this one was pied. And it turns out both of these are actually low white. So it's kind of cool. You get a lot of pattern, which is what we kind of like to see. That to me, that's the canvas you get to work with, right? If it's a high white, then you don't have much of a canvas. White is just white, but you get a lot of pattern here. You know, a low white will throw high whites, and high whites will throw low whites when you breed them. But typically, if you have a lot of low whites, they typically throw more low whites, even though it's not a perfect. There's no like hard fast rule, but I do see more hatchlings that are like their parents. So if you have two low white parents, you'll get more hatchlings that are also low white. But there's no guarantee. You might get one that's like almost 90% white. Not 100, but 90% white. So there you are. And let's move on to some Exanthics. So this one right here is an Exanthic. And like I said earlier, if it's an Exanthic, then it is, well, if it's not a pied, it's 100% het for pied, because that is a visual pied het for Exanthic. So there's no pos hets here at play. This is definitely an Exanthic, 100% het for pied. And then look at this. Oh my goodness. This has a great pastel expression here. Just look at, so earlier we saw one that is pied. Actually, let me go get that one back out. Earlier we saw one that is pastel pied. And you can see that there's like a little bit of this speckling on the side. But is it pastel pied? I still think it is. It's got that white lip. Not to be confused with the white lip python. But this has all the speckling. So much more speckling than the last one. And as this one gets a little bit of size and has a few sheds, I think that all of these patches right now, they're going to get like a very shiny, intense metallic silver color to it. Right now they kind of look just like a little bit of grayish here and there, but yeah, it's going to get like super metallic looking, and it's going to look awesome. And this is also another male. I do have a pastel Exanthic pied already from last season, so I don't need another one. But this one, wow, I mean this one is so much better in the way the pastel is expressed. So this one is going on Morph Market, and whoever gets this one is going to be extremely lucky, and I think you'll be impressed with this one. Just please keep in touch with me and send me some pictures as this little guy grows, because I love to see what this little guy turns into. So that's a pretty good way to finish off the Exanthic Pied project. 4 clutches, and all 4 of them yielded Exanthic Pieds. Of course, one of those clutches yielded 5 Exanthic Pieds. Pretty excited about that one still. Anyway, that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and ring that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share, and remember, rules for life. Peace out.